When Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson goes to work, lots of Texans are depending on her. Her focus is always on their concerns.
I have focused a great deal on science, space, and technology and education because I can tell that that is the future wave of how things are going.
She also knows what it takes to help move her district and the city of Dallas forward, creating more jobs for an existing workforce.
We know that driverless vehicles are coming onto the market. We don't want 60 or 70,000 people to lose jobs driving trucks, so we're trying to develop a program of transition.
For nearly half a century, Congresswoman Johnson has been in public service, first in the Texas House of Representatives, then as a U.S. Congresswoman for the past 25 years. She's the first African American to hold that seat from North Texas, a seat she still holds.
I decided to run because I was encouraged to run by so many people.
Being a senior member of Congress didn't come easy for this former VA hospital nurse. It's a journey she takes pride in, knowing the impact she has made in her community.
The large sums of money that I have enabled for the medical school, for the Brain Research Institute, for the schools of higher learning, for the various programs in the public schools, also important to me.
Congresswoman Johnson is one of many African American leaders from Dallas who are making a difference in our community. By the mid-90s, political change was in full swing. In 1995, Ron Kirk was sworn in as the first African American mayor of Dallas.
We were, as I define it, the first generation beneficiaries of the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act.
When Kirk came to City Hall, his goal was to turn community frustrations into tangible results.
We were playing much more to the emotional expression of our pain than the expectation that we're going to put people in office that we expect to deliver. And that's the paradigm shift that I tried to bring.
After 2 terms as Dallas mayor, Kirk served as U.S. Trade Representative for President Barack Obama. He hopes he can be an inspiration to future leaders as others have been to him.
But I want to help the next generation that can build this city and lead it and take us to even greater heights.
In the court appearance, when the person appears in court.
On the county level, another African American milestone occurred in 1985 when John Wiley Price was elected the first African American Dallas County Commissioner.
So I came to the court under some suspicion, if you will. I basically inherited a Republican court. However, I've got to say, I was able to get things done.
Working with a predominantly Republican commissioner's court proved frustrating at times for the Democrat, but with resolute persistence, change followed.
When I came here, there were basically no African Americans department heads. Today, 60% of the department heads are African Americans. We're only 20% of the population.
As Price was changing county politics,
this particular bill is silent on that particular issue.
Dallas lawyer Royce West was making his mark at the state capitol. Not an easy feat in a solid red state.
When I was elected in '92, in the Senate, my freshman class, I was the only African American in that class. Historically, we recognize that if we're not sitting at the table, we're going to be a part of the meal, okay? And I refuse to, history's told me that I don't want people that I represent to be a part of the meal.
West is proud of the impact he has made for citizens of Dallas, including improvements in education, transportation, social services, and economic development. All issues that he says transcend political party.
I'm a Democrat, and that's true, but I don't have any permanent political friends. I have permanent political issues.
Having a pulse on the community is important to Dwayne Caraway.
If the people want me to do something, I'm going to do what the people want me to do.
Caraway is a familiar face at City Hall, having served twice on the City Council. He's currently Mayor Pro Tem for a city he has seen transform over the past decades.
There are so many opportunities for folks to come to Dallas now, and especially, let me say, the southern part of Dallas and African Americans, because right now we're on the growth. Look at the opportunities that you have corporately here in Dallas, and jobs and education and sending your kids to school and having the type of quality of life that you can enjoy.
Caraway understands that political trailblazers like Eddie Bernice Johnson and others continue to have an impact today.
They made it easier for me. They kicked down a door that all I had to do was walk through.
You see African Americans represented on city councils, school boards, city management.
It's an imperative that we are able to advocate for ourselves.
Our voices, our energy, our history, our intellect is a crucial part of the success of this city.
It is very important to have African American leadership. We need to make these strides, not just for the minorities, but for the strength of our city.
The City of Dallas is proud of the contributions African American leaders have made to our community. You can learn more about our city and its rich African American heritage at visitdallas.com.